Hello everyone!
Hello!
Today we are having something here on our table which I haven't touched, well, basically since I was a child. We do have...
water-based felt tip markers.
Yes, the water-based version that you are giving to your children, not the alcohol-based one, not the watercolor markers, no, just everyday felt tip pens, as I have learned in school what they are called in English.
Yes, so they are all water-based. I have been messing around with them all afternoon. I'm not going to give away how things went right now because we're going to just swatch a few colours because I would like my husband here to react a bit to how he feels about these since it's been a long time since he's used them.
Very long time. I haven't been watching while you were doing this, so I have absolutely no idea how these are faring. I mean, judging from our other videos which we have with Crayola and Cra-Z-Arts, they will probably be better than the other ones, but I have genuinely no idea.
I recommend you swatch a few of these.
Swatch a few of these. So let's see, I'm starting with red. Well, what I can say is the pens seem to have gotten smaller. No, that's a lie. My hands have gotten bigger. They are probably still the same size as they were when I was in school. But you can like cheat your age a little bit if you put the cap on the bottom, so it feels like a little bit longer. And actually not too bad. I imagined them very dry, but the paint flows actually quite nicely. I'm just gonna choose a different color. Because I had red, I'm gonna take blue. And here two things surfaced that already bothered me when I was younger and I was still using these on a regular basis. One, with this very sharp pen tip, it's really easy to do things like drawing. But if you want to color something in, you have to actually put a lot of this down, which in turn like makes the paper like really soaked with the ink that is in here. Or yeah, I guess it's ink that's in there, water-based, and it all turns like a little
Sometimes it starts eating or the colors start bleeding.
Yes. Plus, if you would happen now to go over each other with the colors, it will just like tend to make a mess, and that's never fun. So yeah, I always knew that there must be better alternatives for this kind of thing. I always wondered what professional people do until I then learned about the secret of alcohol markers, which of course by that point in time were, well, unobtainium for everyone.
Yes.
Just in the recent years, I guess also with the internet, these things have become a little bit more accessible for everyone.
Okay, try some Cra-Z-Art ones. Now, some of these colors are very neon and some of them are not very neon.
Which is not necessarily like a bad thing. I'm just gonna pick this one.
It's a pretty good thing.
Cra-Z-Art. Let's see. Oh, that looks already more satisfying. And it is. It still has the issue that oh, look, you can even, if you go like a little flatter here, that's actually cool.
I must say that the shape of these remind me of Crayola ones that I had in the late 90s. I swear they were in the same barrels, They had exactly the same tips, and you could blend colors into each other, and they would change into a whole new color.
I think I had something similar when I was a kid. There was like this white marker that came with it, and you could like go over the other paints, and then it would kind of like erase the paint underneath it, or it would turn it into a different color. I can't
And then
really
there
recall.
were certain colors that you could blend into each other, and it would make like a really surprising color.
Yeah, something like that.
And I still have some of those drawings lying around, and just before I moved here, I found some of them. The ink has completely discolored from my drawings. Most of it's now shades of brown.
Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff about these. I mean, they are like not in any way light proof or light fast. So they will just like go weird after a few years.
The thing is, they weren't exposed to light at all.
Okay, let's go for the Crayolas then, which are slightly smaller ones. Do I want brown? No, I want something that is more on the lighter side. What I actually expected from at least one of these things is that they are having this two sides thing going on. Like one side is like a fine nib and one side is slightly bigger. Since these were the rage. When I had them as a kid, I was like absolutely in heaven with it. Oh yeah, these are the very pointy ones. These are actually very nice for drawing and sketching. But yeah, I suffer from the same thing just because of the technical feature of this nib, because it's very thin.
Yeah, and it's also just the nature of a water-based marker and the type of felt that they use for these tips.
Yes, although I must say, no, I will keep this for later. Let's just like check these out for a few more. Okay, what is this? Barbie pink. It's your favorite color.
No, I can't stand that kind of pink.
Although, when you put it, yeah, it's pink. Okay, I was about to say it looks more like this violet tone, but that's again the bit where the paint is starting to eat the paper. And maybe a third one. Let's see, which one should I take? Let's take the black one, why not? Since we didn't have black. Which, yeah, as I thought, it's like more of a grayish tone that is coming out here. On the other hand, I think all of these, out of this set, this is the one that has the nicest coverage. This is pretty rich. It has this greenish shade going on that a lot of these have.
I think it's something to do with the water-based ink.
I think so too. Was there? No, there was no black one in the Cra-Z-Arts.
No, because these are bold and brights.
Oh wait, the
Jots have a black.
The Jots have a black. Let me just, for comparison's sake. Also, that's not bad. Actually, it lays a little bit nicer down than the Crayolas, to be fair. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so.
Okay, bear in mind that colouring with water-based felt tip markers is never really a pleasure. So bear in mind that the things that I've coloured don't exactly look that great. But don't put it down to the paper or anything, it's just the nature of these kinds of markers.
The nature of the beast, literally.
Okay.
And, okay, I must jump in here now. I haven't seen these, as I told you before. If I would have done anything like this as a child, I would have been over the moon for it, with it. So, I think you actually pulled the best out of these that you can.
Yes, I think so too. So the colour swatches, I'd say that all of them are really good. It's kind of unfair to compare the Cra-Z-Arts because some of these are neon and they don't really match these ones on the side, but I will say I do enjoy using them because they seem to apply really smoothly.
They are really, really satisfying to work with. Just a few things I did now with it. From the handling, out of the three we had here, I very much prefer the Cra-Z-Arts.
The Cra-Z-Arts are really nice. I think in this case I would give my 10 points to Cra-Z-Art. I'd probably give 8 to Crayola. And I think the Jots I would give maybe a 7. Just disqualifying it because it's doing the thing where it eats the paper when you apply colour. But the Crayolas don't.
That's interesting.
At least not on this paper. I would like you to try something. Try colour, I don't know, a circle with each. One from Cra-Z-Art, one from Jot, and one from Crayola.
Okay. Why not take another color? Since we have so many of them.
Yeah, no. And I will say that the Jots this time round have really nice colors. I cannot complain about them.
So we do have a Jot one here, as you can see. I must say, going back to this one more time, from the actual feeling when you have them in your hands, these feel the cheapest. These are like your literally everyday run cheap felt tip markers. Nothing to do with what's inside, just from the haptical side of things.
Yes.
While these are a little nicer, and I think these are, because they are pretty chunky and they remind me of alcohol markers, these are the nicest ones, but that's just from the feeling that you get when you actually work with them. So let's go back to swatching. I'm gonna make a little circle there. And I'm trying my best.
Yeah, go over some of your lines, you'll notice it's starting to eat the paper, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Try a Cra-Z-Art.
Alright.
I don't know if you want another colour maybe.
Let's see, which one do I take? This one, because we're both not into pink, it's nice and punchy.
It's very punchy. You'll find it does chew it as well, but not as bad.
No, but I think it also has to do with the fact that you do not need to go so often over the same line with this, because it has like more coverage possibly. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll try a Crayola.
And let's take a Crayola. Deep purple. Don't worry, I'm not starting to sing smoke on the water while I'm doing this. We'd get a copyright strike. Or worse, we wouldn't get a copyright strike because I sing so bad that YouTube wouldn't recognize the song. So, immediately I noticed that these have the finest tip compared to the Jots, of course. The Cra-Z-Arts run on its own thing here, but compared with the Jots, these have a way finer tip.
Yet you'll find it takes longer for it to chew through the paper, however.
That is true. Huh.
So no, I am actually impressed with all of them, to be honest, because the Jots are behaving exactly the way I expect when it comes to a felt tip marker, an ordinary water-based ink one. It behaves the way I expect. Yes, Lucy, you're hunting your fish again. Hello! Yeah.
If you're hearing our cat, she has this toy fish that came for free as a gift, and she's not letting go of it.
No, I've already sewed it together 7 times. Okay, to finish my thought. So these are sealed off with some kind of pressure here. You will not be able to get these off neatly. The Crayolas, I think it's a similar thing going on here. You're not going to get the back end off neatly. However, these are reminding me of ones I had in my childhood because these come off so easy. Demonstration effect. So when this dries up, you can actually put some isopropyl alcohol in you, and you can actually make your own alcohol marker.
That's interesting.
Because my mother used to do that. We used to have felt tip markers like this when I was a child that had this. There's literally like cotton wool wrapped tightly in plastic. She used to drip some kind of alcohol solution that you would use, I think, to clean windows, but it was clear. So we actually used to have alcohol markers afterwards. I used to look forward to my markers running dry because I knew she'd fill them and they'd work better. They will still, obviously the nibs will still chew the paper more easily than an alcohol-based marker, but I just want to say that technically you could get more out of these when they dry up.
Well, it's a good hack because these tend to dry up really quickly. If you forget the cap or if the cap does not close correctly, they will even dry up much faster. And it's quite a good hack. I wonder actually if someone else on YouTube mentioned it or something. Otherwise, we can try it sometime.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When one of these dry, we'll get maybe some IPA and we will fill one of these. I actually filled Ohuhu markers with IPA and I actually revived them. Yes, the shades were altered slightly, obviously, but they are still working to this day.
Yeah, and hey, well, we're dealing not with top of the range stuff here. So if we can just like make them work longer, why not?
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, obviously it is not the optimal thing to do, but it is something you can do to stretch your things a little bit further along. And especially when it comes to something cheap like this, I mean, you can still use them for quite a while just because of the refill factor. So when they dry, we will fill one of these.
Absolutely, yeah, we must try this out. Sorry, don't mind me, I'm just doodling a little here because as I noticed, and I never really had that idea as a kid, these are actually nice things to sketch with. There we go.
I'm sure you'll be using these more often.
I guess so. I mean, after I grew out of it, I kind of like swore myself to never touch these again because, well, can have much better things, but it's actually pretty nice, especially with the very pointy tip. It's not as doesn't feel like a fine liner or anything. It's like some kind of weird thing in between. It's fun.
No, it's really fun. And again, we want to thank Audrey for sending us all these things.
Yes, absolutely. We are having such a blast with this, and we get so many interesting videos that you guys also seem to like very much.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to the next one we'll be getting out of this package.
Absolutely. And I think that's it this time round.
I think so too. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes. And thank you, Lucy, for letting us know that your fish is there.
Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.